Yo, what's up, guys? Team Kuribandit back with another deck profile, and we are with a dear friend who just got 5th at, what regional was it?
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi, and what's your name? What'd you play?
Andrew Kerchner, and I played Mekk-Knight Brave.
Heck fucking yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's, I just want to say before, it's not really good at locals, I will say, because if people know you on Mekk-Knights, they're going to make you go first, but at regionals or any big events,
Yeah.
it's easy wins. 2-0'd all my Despia matches and 2-0'd all my Sword School matches. So those are pretty free.
All right. Show us what you did to do that.
So we got triple Gearsu, best card in the deck. If gets ashed, it'll get ogred, it'll get anything. You usually try to play around it with the triple purple Nightfall.
Heck yeah, those are like the two main cards of the deck, right?
Yep, absolutely. Purple Nightfall you summon first to try to get through like Valor or Imperm, and if you can do that, you just win if you resolve Gearsu. So.
It's livid.
Yep, absolutely. And then the triple Blue Sky. Everyone's playing. If they're not playing Despia, they're playing the Brave engine. And everyone puts their Brave cards in the same zone.
Yeah.
So they literally create free zones, and if you get 2 off blue, you definitely win the game.
I want to know how many times you went +3 off of this.
Only once, actually. Only one time.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely won that one.
So you're going like +2 off it most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time it's +2. A lot of times +1. But +3 is very rare because usually people aren't that dumb about playing around.
Yeah,
zones.
not that clumsy about it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now that was the 3 ofs. Next is 2 Indigo Eclipse. I know Shannon Long prefers 1, but there's just so many scenarios where this gets like DD crowed or something like that, and then you just lose. And so this card at 2 is perfect for me.
Okay.
Then you got the 1-ofs. You got 1 yellow, 1 red moon. A lot of people don't understand that these cards are not once per turn, and so like you'll like Indigo or you'll summon it, destroy, and then Indigo move it, and they're like, oh wait, and so then like you can't veil or anything at that point because you already lost. So a lot of people mess it up. You have to run a Garden in every deck. I can't tell. I run 49 cards, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen this card in my opening hand. It's really bad, but you have to play it because this is the OTK, especially if you're going second.
Yeah.
We're not playing Control, we're playing OTK. So this does the line of set your succession, summon, and then it gets your secret play.
All right, seems pretty pog.
So that was all the Mekk-Knight stuff.
So how many names do you play? Because let's see here.
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the main.
Okay.
And then there's 3 in the extra.
Okay.
So, but I don't play Scars, so I know people are gonna be upset about that. But this was actually last minute. I wasn't supposed to play this, but my boy Tyler, he hooked me up with the engine. And
he's over there.
Yeah, my boy Tyler. He hooked me up with the engine, so so last minute he was like, "You want to try it out?" And like, sure, why not? And honestly, it was awesome. It sets up zones, it's free special summoning, and just kind of does everything you want it to do. 1 Griffin. And what people are going to notice is this is the only hand trap I play.
What?
Yeah. Mekk-Knights, no hand traps.
So, yeah, how'd you feel about this? Or rather than like playing like 9 hand traps like most people are playing right now.
Yeah, so
or 12 or something like that.
So I had to make a decision. It's either play hard going second cards or hand traps. And I was noticing like hand traps aren't really good, and also they don't create zones for me, and they tend to be dead cards in the hand, and I hated that. So I decided to play Spell and Trap hard going second cards because they create zones. And also, like, the best deck is Despia, and Ash Blossom's really the best card. I guess DD Crow's also really good against them, but it's not a really hard matchup. So you'll see on my spell lineup why I decided to go with the just the triple Ash Blossom. So you got 3 memory. This is our E-Telly.
This is Barrage, basically, for this deck.
Yeah, this card's insane. After you go combo off with your adventure token stuff, you then use this, and then you get to OTK them. So,
seems really good.
E-Telly's awesome. There's a reason why I was 1 for a long time. Should be back. This is Monster Reborn. I thought about playing 1, But in testing, it's just so many times that second one because you don't kill them on turn 2 because you play through like 4 interruptions.
Yeah.
So you have to go for the next one.
Yeah.
So it's the best one. This is probably the worst card, but it's needed. There's weird scenarios where things get banished off of DD Crow as well as like random trap cards. And so by playing this card, you kind of help some of the like non-meta matchups.
Yeah.
3 Rite of Irms here. It's Brave token. Yeah, exactly. Then the Fateful and the Dragon.
So in retrospect, do you think you want to play like 2 of this?
There's definitely a lot of times. However, it's kind of a dead card with outright. And so like there's just a lot of times that I don't really want it. I'm fine with it at 1. If it gets MST'd or like Cosmic, that's really good because you have another trap card in your deck that needs to resolve. So you'll guys will see that.
Yeah.
3 Lightning Storm. Now this is the hard going second cards. Yeah, card is insane when they set 4 with their branded in red, and then you just Lightning Storm the entire thing away, and then you just get to win.
That's insanity.
Yeah, this card is so insanely good. If I could run this at like 12, I would. Actually, I thought about it because I thought about running like Triple Raigeki and all that stuff, but this just did what I needed it to do. No one respects this card, and I don't know why. Game 1, you just win. Like there's like people don't play main deck outs this, and so I knew this, especially before the YCS that just happened.
Yeah.
No one was playing main deck outs this, so it's just free wins. It gives you game 1, and then games 2 and 3, you usually lose game 2, but game 3 you end up winning. So 3 Mystic Mine. Desires.
Oh my gosh.
You only play the World Chalice or the World Armor, and then Fateful Adventure. That's the only 2 cards that are 1-ofs that you care about. So this usually you just search that stuff out or send it, and then this is just Pot of Greed.
Okay, I have one other question. So did which card? Did this card conflict with Fateful anytime?
Actually, I'm really glad you asked. A lot of time, it actually didn't as much as you think it would, because a lot of plays you could just discard it and then summon it back out with the Monster Reborn, the Succession, and then use the effect. So not all the time, but there was definitely a couple times where you had to make a decision. And usually if you have to pick between Right and this, you're going to summon Girsu, because Girsu is just, if it resolves, it's so much better.
Oh, yeah.
So there's been times, but it's not as often as you think it would be.
Okay, that makes sense.
So some more hard-going second cards. You run the 1 of Mind Control, the 1 of Change of Heart, and I did this as a meme, but it turned out to be really good. Triple Tactics.
All right.
It's just the 3rd Mind Control. There was a game where I opened up all 3 of these. They negated, and then I was able to get my tactics off.
Just bonkers.
Yeah, I think it was against Sword Soul, so it was like, it was just awesome. It was so awesome, and the 1 of, and running 3 was bricky. Running 2, I guess you can, but I just thought, let's just try it at 1.
Somebody was really angry after that.
Yeah, and then the last spell, Called by the Grave. This is really good against like Branded in red.
1 button.
Yeah. So then you got the other hand trap. Infinite Permanence, it's just kind of a staple at this point. Really good against everything.
6 hand traps, so that's not bad.
Yeah, and then World Legacy Secret, best card in the deck. It's called a Haunted, and it negates any monster effect that
a little skill
activates.
drain for you, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little skill drain action. But what a lot of people don't understand is that, and they mess this up, even if you send a card like, I don't know, just like Taya or something, and you send it off the field with Forbidden Droplet, it still negates it because it activated on field. So like people were misplaying around that because they were trying to send their stuff for cost, like with Heavenly Circle or something, and it would still negate it, and people didn't understand that. Okay. Those small interactions, but those are interactions that you need to know.
Yeah.
I play this because I want people to think I'm on Nib.
This ends up on my board 90% of the time.
I don't play any Nibs. You'll find out. And then obviously your tokens. All right. Best extra deck card. Lib, she sets up your combo. And
so good.
Yeah, and she's a non-targetable shuffle, and there's not a lot of cards that interact with her like that.
That's really good.
Yeah, so non-targeting shuffling is insanely good. Beats Guardian Chimera, for example, because if they have like Poly, you can't target it, but Lib will still get around that.
Yeah, right.
Double Morning Star. He's good when you open up Bricky, or if you open up like 2 of the same name Mekk-Knights, like 2 Gearsus or something. Just really good generally. It does the same thing as Lib, and sometimes you'll get it where they don't read the card, and they attack into it and with a different column, and he just lives because you can't die if it's in a different column.
Solid.
Spectre Stream, never summoned it one time.
Okay, yeah.
That's
understandable.
Access code talker for OTKs. I also never summoned this one time.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's just not that good. Usually you're winning anyways if you can summon access code. So.
Yeah, token plus Griffin's a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly. So access code's not that great, but it's there. Best card in the extra deck.
Oh my gosh.
To live.
Don't even talk about this card. You'll be here for 40 minutes.
Right. Can't be targeted. You make her with IP or make him with IP Masquerena, so he can't be targeted or destroyed, so he can't be outed really in an easy way. Mirror Jade is the only way to out him, but you have secrets to counter that.
Yeah.
And if you somehow get over him, he spins a card. Just usually if you're summoning him through IP, you generally just win the game.
A frustrating card to out.
Oh, it's wonderful. Nightmare Unicorn, just to link climb. Dark, really great, and it searches Gearsu, so.
How many times do you go into it today? I mean, that regional?
Probably like 3 times.
Okay.
Usually I'm winning the Despia matchup, so I don't need to go into it. This is usually if you're in the grind game, so. I actually went into her a lot more than I did Dark. Not because she's any good, but because she goes into Ding. And then you send, and then you attack, and then you go into Zeus.
Yeah, free Zeus, yeah.
And then at this point, most decks can't beat it. No one's playing around Zeus anymore, so it's just a really good card.
Right.
And then your 2 Link ones, Link Spider and Almirage. A quick note is I took Link Creeper out for Link Spider because I thought about the Brave engine, but there was actually a time where I had the Succession and I got my purple Dragos Stapeliad, so it was a level 1 and it was negated. And if I would have linked it off with a Link Karibo, I could have summoned it back and then attacked and went for game. So this card is actually better as a Link Karibo than a Link Spider, but it wasn't too bad as a Link Spider.
Seems good.
And then just a quick side deck. So what's Mekk-Knight's like worst thing is going first.
Yeah.
So and everyone makes you go first at regionals because people don't understand like Gearsu's a card.
Yeah.
So I side deck to go first at regionals because people don't expect it, and if you lose game 1, they're gonna make you go first thinking that they got you, and if you win game 1, they're siding in to go first to beat you, and you sided in to go first. So it's really good. So you start off with Ibli Control. This beats Despia and Sword Soul.
This is my most favorite freaking card.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This card's so good.
She is so good, and honestly, a lot of times, if you summon her, she's unbeatable. There used to be a combo in Mekk-Knight where you go her into DPE and then just combo and you control them out of the game because no one plays tribute summons.
Okay, here's an idea. Have you ever thought about like just randomly, I guess, playing Phalanx and then just like even the field spell just for the lock?
I have just for the lock because the lock is so good, but it's kind of tight in the extra deck.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'd take out for that. Maybe a Galate for that.
Yeah, but this is like Almirage.
Yeah, it is Almirage. So then you got Triple Zombie World. This is for Flunder Hate and for any type of like salad or anything kind of off meta.
Hill, dude.
Also really good against plants. So
yeah,
they just can't win with this. And then you got Harpy's Feather Duster. I didn't really like the back row decks, and this deck loses to back row, not to the monsters, so just an extra clear. And then this is really awesome. D-Barrier, it's good going first or second, so it's one of those things where if you're not sure what they're going to make you do, you just side it in. And of course, you have to play the 3 different rarities. You have to.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why you do these?
Yeah. 2 anti-spells. Again, I'm trying to go first against Despia, so I'm siding in 9 cards to go first against them. And I can show you guys that. And then there can be only one, again, against kind of like roguish matchups or anything that's Flunder, because we hate Flunder.
Right.
And the last one, Whisper. World Legacy Whispers, she negates spells. So really good against Despia, really good against Sky Striker, and against like most decks, honestly, because a lot of them play spells.
Yeah, I heard that deck won a YC yesterday.
Yes, it did. But just to give you an example of what I'm doing, if I'm going against Despia, these are the 9 cards that I side in against them. I side in triple Ibly, triple D-Barrier, 2 Anti-Spell, and Whispers. And you do this every game. Any of these resolve, they lose the game. So,
especially Ibly.
especially Ibly. They
Like-
cannot play.
Like, imagine imagine just being a Despia player and just seeing this setting like right here. You're just kind of like, oh,
Yeah, well, what you do is you summon Ibly, you summon Almirage,
Yeah.
Ibly right there. A lot of people don't know that how damage works. So if you summon Ibly and they turn to attack and they attack into your Almirage, because there's no damage being dealt, neither monster dies. So
Yeah.
people go into their battle phase like, yeah, okay, I'll out it by attacking into your Almirage. And then I'm like, okay, damage step, okay, and then they...
and even better is if they like trying to like crash into Nightfall, you can be like, okay, Nightfall.
Yeah, well, that's another thing is you just summon everything else in defense, and so they really can't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
And you just set up, and then eventually you search this out, set it, and then you just go for the game with Ibly plus this, and they can't win the game.
That's super solid.
But yeah, so basically I had the head on Sword Soul and Despia was the most faced matches. I lost to Sun Avalon. I bricked game 3. And then I drew against Salad, which I should have won. But
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy for the fact that how many Salad players.
yeah, right. And the 4 of the people that I faced were in top 8. So I had a pretty
You had
rough
some
one.
tough-
Yeah, I had some tough matchups. But yeah, that's my Mekk-Knight deck.
All right. Any shots?
Yeah, shout out to Tyler for hooking me up. One up TCG, right? Yeah, one up TCG. They helped me out. But yeah.
Shout outs to Fry. Yeah.
Yeah, shout outs to Fry helping me out, giving me some cards, and other than that, no, just play test and DB Grinder. He helps me out a lot with his information. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for the deck profile, and I guess we'll see you next time because you're kind of good with this deck.
I appreciate it. You guys have a good one.
All right. See ya.